Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to WRUW 91.1 FM. I am Marottes. I'm an electronic artist from Cleveland area. That's Marottes, and I'm so excited to be here because I just released a new album, my first ever album called Phantasmagoria, and I'm going to do a little concert playing it. So normally I'm a one-man band, but if you're watching the video stream, you'll notice I'm joined by an entity. So yeah, I got a lot to go through, so let's go.
Tells you that your life's a lie. Until you kill it, it'll never say goodbye. Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria. I don't recognize the person right before me. Phantom in disguise. He has a different story. I don't recognize the person right before me. Phantom in disguise. He has a different story. Okay, so now what?
Cool. Thanks again for tuning in to WRUW 91.1 FM. This is one of my favorite radio stations ever. Have been a big fan since I was a teenager and could drive around. So I'm happy, as always, to be here. My name is Mike. I'm in a one-man band called Marottes, Marottes. And these are songs from my album I just released called Phantasmagoria. That one was called Phantasmagoria. And this one is called Midnight Reverie. The album is sort of inspired by ghosts, I guess you could say. Been to London, all overseas. I've come to find you in your dreams. Close your eyes. Try to find me, but never see. In the darkness, we can be free. Close your eyes, count to 3. You've always belonged to me. I want you endlessly. In midnight reverie, I want you endlessly. In midnight That was Midnight Reverie by me, Marottes. This album was greatly inspired by a lot of different things, but one of the biggest influences I have in my life are Zelda games. And I may have went a little too hard with like the Zelda references in this next one, but yeah, this next one is called Sword, and it's on my album Phantasmagoria, which just came out. Thanks for listening to WRUW 91.1 FM.
Take this. If
Hello again. It's me, Marottes. I'm playing you songs from my album Phantasmagoria, and I always get like, what is your band name? What does it mean? And people ask if it's like a family name or something. It's not. Marottes or Marotte, tomato. It's like it's a puppet that jesters used to carry that had like their faces on it. And one day during the lockdown, I would go to Lake Erie a lot when I was feeling anxious. I couldn't sleep. So I'd go to Lake Erie with my dog at sunrise, and I would bring tarot cards and I'd read them, and I'd think, oh wow, like these are, a lot of cool designs, cool stuff, but I felt oddly at home within them. And there's something called the Fool's Journey, which is where basically the Fool is the first card in the tarot. And when you see it, it means that the step into the unknown. There's probably someone who could articulate this better, but basically the Fool's Journey is like the idea that there's always something better. You can put one foot in front of the other and find yourself multiple times throughout your life. So that's the inspiration of my music. And I hope when you listen to my music, you can feel a little less alone in the dystopia. So thanks for tuning in. You're listening to WRUW 91.1 FM radio. That's my radio voice.
When I get out of bed, I wonder of all the time that I spent wasting you. A phantom life in this asunder. We're meant to grow instead of blind consume. Follow me into the great unknown. Follow me, you'll never be alone. Follow me into the great unknown. Follow me until we make it home. When I stay up at night, I wonder if it's just me and my thoughts playing a ruse. What did we do when we were younger? I miss the time when we would play in school. Follow me into the great unknown. Follow me and never be alone. Follow me into the great unknown. Follow me until we make it home. Where did you go? Follow, follow me there. Follow, follow me there. Follow, follow me
Hello. That was a song called Follow from my album Phantasmagoria. My name is Marottes. Well, my band name, my real name is Mike, but that's Marottes. And I thank you for listening. The next song doesn't really have words, so if you want to sing at home, you kind of just got to make sounds. So I hope you join me in that.
Into the ground, we'll burn it. Into the ground, we'll burn, burn, burn now. Why would I negotiate in this town? Save it for another place. More reason to shout and say, let's burn it into the ground. Let's burn it into the ground. We'll burn it into the ground. We'll burn, burn, burn now. Have you seen what's on the news? Monopoly and global feuds. Have you seen what's on the news? Have you seen what's on the news? Let's burn it into the ground. Let's burn it into the ground. We'll burn it into the ground. We'll burn, burn, burn now. Have you seen what's on the news?
Hi, thanks for tuning in. My name is Mike. I'm in a band called Marottes, Marottes, and that song was called Incendium, which is like the Latin word for fire or explosion or something. But I wanted to kind of give some context to the songs I'm playing tonight. They're on my album that just came out, Phantasmagoria, and the album was inspired by a lot of things, Pluto and Aquarius being one, astrology girlies, if you know, you know. But there's just kind of big seismic shifts happening all around the world. And so that's a big inspiration for this. But on a more local note, I made music videos for every song with a good friend of mine. And we filmed them all around Cleveland, places like Ingenuity, where the cover art was shot, the Brown Hoist, like Edgewater, the Headlands, just all these different places. But one of the ones that's very special to me is this next song, which is about the Lake Erie Monster. We filmed a video at the Marblehead Lighthouse, so not really Cleveland, but you know what I mean. But yeah, if you want to kind of get lost in those, they're all up on my YouTube. But I hope you're enjoying what you're hearing, because I certainly am. It's very fun to be here. I love this radio station. Shout out to the hosts. And if you're watching from home on the TV, I have a bandmate with me known as The Entity. And she's killing it.
Centuries old, mythics foretold, stories of it flipping over boats, caught in the wave, his final grave. It has a hold he can't escape. Skin like rocket and the shape of water, fangs so long it had prepared for slaughter and hunger for him. Will he ever make it home again? Leviathan, never wanted to see you again. Leviathan, hit him in the heart and now he's dead. Leviathan, Leviathan. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Look deep inside him and it saw his soul. Deep inside him and it saw his soul. Leviathan, never wanted to see you again. Leviathan, hit him in the heart and now he's dead. Leviathan, Leviathan.
That song was called Leviathan. It's on my album Phantasmagoria. My name is Marottes, Marottes. I got two more songs, and then don't tune away because I'm going to do a little sit-down interview with Isaac and Rachel to bring you the dish, the drama, all the tea behind making this album. This next song is a song called Sycophant or Sycophant, depending on the way you want to say it. It's kind of just a fancy word for a bootlicker. So I'm going to keep going. Thanks for tuning in to WRUW 91.1 FM.
You were so pure, but now you're just some foolish idol worshiper. Idol bug with a sycophant. Celebrities calling that lucky sweater. Idol bug with a sycophant. Step in the head on a golden batter. Idol bug with a sycophant. Celebrities calling that lucky sweater. Idol bug with a sycophant. Step in the head on a golden platter. They had it all, they rub it in. You think their feet with such a big grin. Such a shame, you were so pure, but now you're just some foolish idol worshiper. Such a shame, you were so pure, but now you're just some foolish idol worshiper. Foolish idol worshiper. Idol bug with a sycophant. Celebrities calling that a sweater. Idol bug with a sycophant. Step to the head on a golden platter. Idol bug with a sycophant. Celebrities calling that a sweater. Idol bug with a sycophant. Step to the head on a golden platter. Foolish idol worshiper. Foolish idol worshiper. Foolish idol worshiper.
Cool. That was Sycophant by Marottes, Marottes. I have one more song on this album. This has been a fun journey to play this live in full. I've just kind of played it bits and pieces at shows. And I've never actually done this next one IRL. And that is, this last song is called Mona Lisa Lied. And just, here's the story behind it, because I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But do you remember in 2023 in the summer when the sky turned red? Well, I fell asleep outside and woke up to the wildfire smoke, and I have asthma, so it was quite a lot for me. But when I woke up, I heard this melody and this song just like on a loop, and I went and recorded it like an hour after. It's the quickest song I've ever made, and it was sort of the guiding light to this album. And it's just a strange song about Mona Lisa working part-time jobs, having an existential crisis about, I don't know, climate change or something. But it's been an honor to be here playing for you. The album is out on digital And vinyl, again, it's Phantasmagoria by Marottes, Marottes. And I'm going to be doing a vinyl launch party at Late Night Records on May 16th. So just a thought, just a vibe if you want to, you ever consider going to places or anything. But I have also music videos on YouTube that are pretty fun, filmed around Cleveland. So this is the last song, and then I'm going to do a little interview. Thanks again for listening to WRUW 91.1 FM.
She looks at all the different faces and then begins to smirk. They come full of their distractions. They try to steal her worth. Like long ago, when seasons always change, there's no more snow and hardly any rain. They all pretend that they can look away. She knows their curse. Did the Mona Lisa work part-time? Did she know that it was a big old lie? Here forever in her glass-cut cover, trying the stem will swallow us all alive. It was a lie, it was a lie. Lie, it was a lie. Why am I still here? Why am I still here? Did the Mona Lisa work part-time? Did she know that it was a big old lie? Here forever in her glass-cut cover, trying the scent will swallow us all alive. It was a lie, 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 it was a lie. Why am I still here? Why am I still here? Like long ago, and the seasons always change. There's no more snow and hardly any rain. They all pretend that they can look away. She knows their curse.
All right, that was Sego Bodega. Hi, Marottes. Thank
Hi,
you so much
Rachel.
for joining us tonight on Live from Cleveland on the program. Was very, very fun. I think everyone enjoyed watching the performance. Your special guest that added to the ambiance of the evening. Do you want to give a shout out to John?
Thanks. It's my friend Donna. We were good friends. Like we weren't like great friends in high school. We were friends, but then we reconnected after like 15, 16 years. And I was like, hey, want to be a ghost for the radio? And she was like, she's a medical, like she works in, does stuff. So like has a real job. And she was like, okay, I'll do it. So thanks for coming out.
I loved
Donna.
I loved it. Thank you very, very much to her. We have you here in the studio today specifically because you are celebrating an album release. You just came out with Phantasmagoria.
Yes.
A little bit of a mouthful, but I feel like a lot of your songs are kind of named for and inspired by old-timey, if you will, or medieval concepts and themes.
Yeah.
So tell me like a little bit about what the idea was behind Phantasmagoria.
So I was doing some research, i.e. doom scrolling, and I came across this interesting piece about, so after the French Revolution, there were these magicians and artists who they made these theaters called phantasmagorias. And what they would do is they would have these smoke mirrors and like glass panes that would reflect like either pictures or actors in like another room to kind of create these translucent figures on stage. And there were two reasons why I was really drawn to that. One, because when I make music, I try not to make it personal. I try to make it like personal or non-personal, I guess. I try to make it timeless, right? Like I look at like, I want to make a song that can like fit in 2026, but also like 1796. Like there's something about that connection to me that's interesting. I think because ghosts write the music. I don't. They just tell me through the portal. But so these phantasmagorias, they were a way for people to come together when they felt very anxious and they were grieving with a lot of civil unrest. And then when I saw pictures of these shows, they looked like my shows that I just do at venues, like because I bring veils to project dancing skeletons and sort of other things. And I used to make haunted houses in my basement and make my parents and sister and the neighborhood kids walk through. And I would do the same things.
I'm like so happy to hear other people did crazy.
It's an Ohio
like
thing.
That.
It has to be an Ohio thing. But like I saw these photos and I was like, oh my God, I am already making phantasmagorias. And I just felt like that was the fitting name for this, at the time, unnamed album where I was sort of putting all my anxiety and frustration about just being a person living in the 2020s. Like, yeah, I was like, okay, this fits, and I'm already kind of doing it. So I thought that's a cool name for like a first album.
And it obviously like lends very well to the other way that you, I think, make a lot of music is that there is a very, very strong visual component to everything as well. Your background is as a filmmaker. I know you talked a little bit about this during the performance, but the fact that you have videos for like almost every song on the album.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about creating those. And you also got to go to and be a part of the Cleveland International Film Festival with the music videos for this album this year, which was very exciting. Yeah,
visual stuff is so important to, I think, the artistry for me, because I'm not Adele. I'm not going to give you vocals that, the gays are going to love. And I'm not going to give like this incredible keyboard performance just because I'm like at my core an editor. And so the filmmaking aspect really lends itself to making electronic music. And it's so big to me because part of doing this project was like to rebrand myself from the experiences I've had of like working on reality TV and like fashion and other TV shows that I wasn't proud of. I was just like, this isn't me. I don't like this. I don't like want this to be what my namesake is. I always thought when I was like 17, 18 going to film school, shout out OU, I thought I'd be like making horror movies or comedies or doing something more in that lane, that like artistic lane when I was in my 30s. So this project, I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to make sure that the visuals are as like top notch. It also helps that a good friend of mine, also named Mike, moved back. We both lived in New York together for a while and we both worked together on TV shows. He lives in the Cleveland area again. So we were like, cool, we have thousands of dollars of production equipment between us. Let's go make something. And Cleveland's just magical. It has a really magical quality. And my goal with making these visuals, especially in the Cleveland area, is to sort of show a side of Cleveland and Ohio that I don't think people think of. Castles, foggy shorelines. Who knew?
I was going to say, not a lot of people associate electronic music with like natural spaces. And I feel like a large majority of the video content was shot in like very natural spaces. You have some warehouse things going on as well. However, just like I love tying it back to the Phantasmagorias and also natural spaces with electronic music, and making these really beautiful visual scapes to go along with the music is really, really important. So remind people one more time where they can go to watch all of that content.
Yeah.
What that has been released, and if you have anything coming up too that still needs to be out. I don't know if it's all out right now.
Well,
I know the album is totally out. It came out on April 17th. Yep.
It's on YouTube. If you type Marottes, tomato, Marottes. There's a playlist I made that has all the videos, and then my social media is just the same name. I don't have any. I mean, I'm still kind of figuring out remixes and stuff like that for music, but I just made a Haunted House Patreon. Or it's a Patreon called The Haunted House, where I put like kind of demos and I host Mario Kart nights. But yeah,
I didn't know that about you. I kind of love it.
Yeah. It's just another level of like, for people can meet and also do other things that I like to do, which is play video games. But I have there's an album release party at Late Night Records, which I love. I love that space. So that's a fun thing to keep on the radar. That's on May 16th. And then you and I are hosting trivia May 13th at Never Say Dive.
You have a lot of busy stuff coming up. It'll be really, really fun. Anybody else performing at that record release, or is it just you doing the album as well? I am still figuring it out. Sure, I gotcha.
Might make we're trying to see if the weather, like we're going to play it by ear, but what I want to do is literally build like a Phantasmagoria with like projections of things and either do a sort of a live thing with it or just kind of make the immersiveness with the music videos. Cause I think that's so important to me to show that is like part of the process. And it's a big fun thing to do.
Thank you so much for being on the program today. Also, you have a website.
Yeah.
Marottes.com.
Yeah.
So all
I'm
of that
everywhere.
Information will be
Thanks for having
online
me
as well. Thank you so much. It was always a pleasure. Cannot believe it's been 3 years, but literally 3 years ago you put out music right after the pandemic. That was the pandemic album, and then this is like your second full-length release, right?
That was an EP, and this was like I'm making 10 songs. We're going to do it, and that's how that was. So. Good follow-up, I guess.
Very, very cool. Thank you so much again, like I said, for being on the program. It's always a pleasure to have Marottes on, and always a pleasure to see you out around town as well. Mm-hmm. Next week, we're going to have a band called Dogs Run Free on the program. I'm going to leave you with a song of theirs before the end of the night, but stay tuned. We've got, I believe, Solitude on next. This is Dogs Run Free, their song Farm. Tune in next week, same time, same place here on WRUW-FM 91.1 Cleveland for Dogs Run Free.